Hey, Shalom. Double honors to the apostles of GMS. Honors to your brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. It's gonna be a quick video touching on the point some of the brothers made out there. I believe the camp's called Ancient of Days, and I was watching it, and they made a beautiful point in that wickedness is pretty much like a cancer, man. All right, if a dude is going off, that could be like a cancer to whatever environment that person's in that it's gonna kill the body that's around it. Alright, and the two examples that I've got, these are the same examples that they use in the video. Alright, and it goes to show you that how the Most High is, man. In that the Most High is slow to anger, but when he angers, man, alright, the Most High is gonna execute judgment. Alright, so the first one I'm gonna bring forth is in the book of Joshua, and really the 6th chapter is the premise of the story. And if you go through the 6th chapter, it goes to tell you pretty much how Joshua, and the Rahab the harlot, and how she was the only person that was going to come out of the land of Jericho. All right, and that it goes through the whole process. I didn't actually read the whole thing right here, but you can see that they was in used to do with Jericho, the land of Jericho, and pretty much when the Lord was going to destroy it, right, the Lord set a guidance as to how he wanted to destroy it, in that we wasn't going to take any spoils in that land. All right, well, you had a dude, a nigger, all right, by the name of Achan, all right, and it's going to tell you about this story here. You're going to see the judgment the Lord put not only just on the man Achan, but on the people that were around it. I'm going to show you, man, that it could be a cancerous when you're going off, man. It could be a cancer to whatever body that you're in, and the Most High could have it to where the people around you catch hell, man. All right, see, the man Achan, all right, he didn't catch the hell when he, being out there on the battle, because as the story is going to show you, man. All right, they stoned him, man. So that means he didn't catch the hell, the men that fell in battle because of him. All right. So it says here, but the children of Israel committed a trespass in their accursed thing. All right. So the accursed thing was that all the spoils of Jericho was likened unto an accursed thing, and we wasn't supposed to take anything out of that. All right. So it says the son of Kami, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah, all right, of the tribe of Judah, took off the accursed thing, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against the children of Israel. It says Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, and which is beside Beth Heaven. All right, it says, and so on the east side of Bethel, and spake unto them, saying, go up, and view the country. And the men went up and viewed Ai, and it says, and they returned to Joshua and said, that not all the men go up, but about 2,000 to 3,000 men go up and smite Ai. All right, so they was conspiring to go up against the man of Ai, and this is that's the plan, the battle plan, right, that they came up with. It says, make not all the people labeled thither, for they are but few. So when they specced out the land, it's like, nah, we don't need, we don't need this much people out here to go up against these mess. Only about a few people, so we only need about 3,000, choice men. All right, let the rest of the people rest, man. Let it get their breath back, All right, it says, so they went up thither of the people, about 3,000 men, and they fled before the men of Ai, and the men of Ai smote, all right, of them 30 and 6 men, for they chased them from before the gate even unto Shebarim, and smote them in going down, wherefore the hearts of the people melted and became as water. All right, and Joshua rent his clothes, right, and fell to earth upon his face before the ark of the Lord, even until the evening tide. And he said, and he and the elders of Israel put dust upon their heads. And Joshua said, alas, O Lord, wherefore hast thou at all brought this people over the Jordan to deliver us into the hands of the Amorites to destroy us? With the Most High we had been content and dwelt thither side of the Jordan. All right, so it's pretty much this whole thing is self-explanatory. All right, so he was just saying, he was inquiring of the Lord, why that thing has happened, why that situation that Israel had been in, it had happened. He says, "Oh Lord, what shall I say when Israel turneth their backs before their enemies?" He says, "For the Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the land shall hear of it, and shall environ us round, and cut off our name from the earth. What wilt thou do unto thy great name?" He says, "And the Lord said unto Joshua, Get thee up, wherefore liest thou upon thy face? Israel hath committed a sin. Israel hath sinned, and they have all transgressed my covenant, which I commanded them. For they even taken off the accursed thing, and have also stolen and dissembled also, and they have put it even among their own stuff." All right, so he didn't say one man; he said all of Israel, man. All right, going to show you that in the society that we in, with all of the wickedness that you got Jakes out here doing, man, the Most High is gonna have to destroy them, man. All right, otherwise we're all gonna be destroyed by a process of time. That wickedness, festers within the community, man, quote unquote community. All right, and then we all suffer for it. So the Most High is gonna have to do it with 2/3. I'm gonna show you, the Most High deals with an elect. All right, and then the wicked ones of our people, like it says in Amos the 9th chapter on the 9th verse, among my people are found wicked men. Those people are gonna be destroyed, man. They're gonna die, man. All right, it says, "Therefore the children of Israel could not stand before their own enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies, right? Because they were accursed." All right, it says, "Neither will I be with you anymore, except ye destroy the accursed thing from among you." All right, and when you read the story on, all right, all right, let me read from the 14th verse. In fact, it says, "And in the morning, therefore, ye shall be brought according to your tribes." This is Joshua speaking now. All right, and it says that the tribe which the Lord hath taken shall come according to their families thereof. All right, and the families which the Lord shall take shall come by households, and the household which the Lord shall take come man by man. And it shall be that he that is taken with the accursed thing shall be burnt with fire, man. Right, and he and all he hath, because he has transgressed the covenant of the Most High. All right, and because he has wrought folly in Israel. So that's what happened to the dude. When you read the whole story, previous verse and the rest of this verse, all right, pretty much you find out that the guy took, gold and silver and garments and hid it in his tent, right? But he wasn't supposed to do that. And before he got punished, the whole of Israel got punished, man. All right, the whole body got punished first before he, as an individual, like you're reading here, um, in this um in this bit here, like you're seeing in this bit here, they if I read from what he says here, this is the man Achan speaking. Says, "When I saw among the spoils a goodly Babylonish garment, and 200 shekels of silver, and a wedge of gold of 50 shekels in weight, then I coveted them, and took them, and behold, they are hid in the earth in the midst of my tent, and the silver under it." All right, so Joshua sent messages and ran unto the tent, and behold, it was hidden in the tent, and the silver under it. And they took them out of the midst of the tent, and brought them unto Joshua and unto all the children of Israel, and laid them out before the Lord. And Joshua and all of Israel with him took Achan the son of Zerah, the silver garment, and the silver, and the garment, and the gold, and the wedge of gold, and his sons, and his daughters, and his oxen, and his asses, and his sheep, and his tent, and all that he had. He brought them to the valley of Acre. And Joshua said, "Why hast thou troubled us, O Lord? Why hast thou troubled us? The Lord shall trouble thee this day." And all of Israel stoned him and burnt him with fire, man. All right, and they stoned him with stones. And when you read the story, man, after this, we started prospering in war again, man. I'm going to show you that wickedness, man. It's like a cancer to the whole body. Now, this is another example in the book of Jonah. All right, and I'll read it through, but everybody should know this one. All right, it's only 17 verses, so I read as much of it as you know as I can. So it says, now the word of the Lord came to Jonah the son of Amittai, saying, arise, go to Nineveh, a great city, and cry against it, for wickedness has come up before me. Right, but Jonah rose up to flee unto Tarshish. So he saw, he got the word from the Most High to do a certain job, right? But he decided, look, man, I ain't really feeling that, man. All right, because contrary to common belief, man, all right, like guys in IUIC and ISUPK and all of that, man. All right, being a prophet of the Lord ain't glorious, thing to be to be, man. All right, really is hard work, and you can see it in the examples like this where certain mans were given jobs to do. All right, in terms of prophecy, you can clearly say, all right, go to Nineveh, of which we're living in the modern day Nineveh. We're living in the modern day Babylon right now, that great city, and cry against it. That's not the scripture say, cry aloud, spare not. The book of Isaiah, the 58th chapter, on the first verse, and lift up your voice lift up your voice. All right, pretty much telling us to tell these people to get right, man. That's what it tells us in the book of Isaiah the 58th chapter on the first verse. And that was an instruction to go out there. And you go into books like Matthew, tells you to the instruction the Lord gave the disciples was to go through the midst, right, to the highways and the hedges, right, so this word was going to be pushed out, man. All right, that was the instruction. So see, there's nothing new underneath the sun. We see Jonah represented, all right, not necessarily Jonah, because when dudes hear this word, we got examples like this to where you ain't gonna bark up like that and run away. But if you should do that, you're gonna get yourself in a messy situation, and the Most High is gonna forcibly get you to push this word. Because guess what, man? If you're of the elect, you have no choice about it, man. There is no choice about it. Right? Not saying that if you're not of the elect, you have a choice. All right? Because if you are not of the elect, you might think you're in the midst of us, but you can go to the book of Job. I think it's Jude, rather more. It talks about some certain men crept in unawares. All right? It touches on that, man. All right? Going to show you that there's certain guys is going to be in the fold, which, I pray I'll be of the elect. There's going to be certain guys that are going to come within the fold, and they're not going to be really off the fold because they were never of us. All right, Lord willing, I'll be part of the elect. All right, but this is an example of a guy that was of the elect. Right, the Lord gave him an instruction, as He does to all of us, to push this word. All right, but he wanted to get on his own thing, and the Most High punished him and the people that were around him, man. All right. So it says here, but Jonah rose up, right, to flee unto Tarshish, all right, from the presence of the Lord, and went down to Joppa, and he found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare thereof, and went down into it, right, to go into Tarshish from the presence of the Lord. But the Lord sent a great wind into the sea, right, and there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so the ship was like to be broken. So the ship was at the precipice of being broken. All right, but here's the thing about the ancient world. See, men were more spiritual. And that's the point when the brothers brought out in GMS Ancient Days, man. All right, I believe that's the name of the site. Right, in that men were more spiritual in them times, in that they would perceive that to be something, like bad karma. Someone's brought bad karma around it, man. It says, then the mariners were afraid and cried every man unto his god, and cast forth their wares that were in the ship, right? So into the sea, so it lightened off to lighten it off them. All right, so they would have cast all of their goods and all of that into the sea, so the ship was a little bit lighter on the sea, in it. All right, it says, but Jonah was going down into the sides of the ship, and he lay and was fast asleep. And just like how a dude like that will be in a situation like that, he'll be asleep, man. He'll be chilling, man. All right, he'll be chilling, man. So the shipmaster came to him, all right, and said unto him, What meanest thou, O sleeper? Arise, call upon thy God. If so, be that that God will think upon us, that we perish not. It says, and they said every one to his fellow, come, let us cast lots, right? We may that we may know for whose cause this evil has come upon us. They cast lots. All right, go to show you, lots is a spiritual thing. All right, and the lot fell upon Jonah, man. And then said they unto him, right, tell us, we pray thee, right, for whose cause this evil is upon us, what is thine occupation, and whence comest thou, what is thy country, and of what people? Right, and he said unto him, I am a Hebrew, and I fear the Lord, the Most High of heaven, and he hath made the sea and the dry land. And the people and the men were exceedingly afraid, and saying unto him, what hast thou done? Because they perceive, look, man, see, these different nations, they have their own gods and so on and so forth, but they know who the real power is. And so in hearing that, they perceived who they were dealing with. All right, and they perceived that, pretty much Jonah had brought that evil upon him. All right, I ain't gonna read the whole story. They cast him in, they cast him into the sea, and the well ate him up. But you can see that the Most High will bring hell upon the environment that you're in if you're not doing well, man. Now, obviously, we're in Esau society. All right, there's only so much you can do, but Scripture says we ain't supposed to take grace. We ain't supposed to you be given a grace period. You ain't supposed to take the piss out of it. All right, you ain't supposed to take the mick out of it. You're supposed to be dealing, your righteous dealings. But pretty much, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna say double honor to the apostles of GMS. Honestly, brothers that be pushing this truth. Sincere. Shalom.